Hi students, good day to all of you. Welcome back, and I hope that you are staying in a good health and having that happy time back at home. Okay, so we're gonna go into our chapter 4 this week. We are already into week 5. We are stepping into week 5 and we are going to look at chapter 4 this week. So chapter 4 is all about ethical and legal issues, and you will definitely have questions from this chapter for your final exam, and you will have this in your section B. Okay, so section B, which is a subjective short essay. So pay close attention to this chapter, which is ethical and legal issues. And this chapter is not a very long chapter or not a very short chapter. It's just that it might take maybe another 40 minutes. Okay, so I will try to keep things as simple as possible for your understanding. So without further ado, let's just go into our this week's chapter, which is ethical and legal issues. Okay, so the first part that we're going to look at under ethical and legal issues, before we go into the importance of ethics today, let us look at the first part, which is what is ethics. Okay, what exactly is mean by ethics? So if you look at the simplest way of what is ethics, ethics is actually a system of moral principles which it concern of an individual judgments about right or wrong in doing certain things. Okay, so again, in short, ethics means the concern of an individual's judgment about the right and wrong of doings. And ethics can affect how people make decisions and how they can lead their lives. So ethics do affect people in their decision making, in how they are leading their life, because when it comes to ethics, it is about the judgmental of what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. Okay, so decisions when it comes to business. Okay, since we are learning sales management, we are going to look at ethics in term of business, in term of sales format. Okay, so decision taken in a business may be made by a group of people or by an individual. So what kind of decisions are this? This could be decisions to behave ethically in the company. Okay, because an ethical behavior in a company, in a business, can bring significant benefit to the business. How it's going to bring significant benefit? Okay, let's take it this way. When we have salesperson from a company, okay, you see this kind of salesperson, when they portray good manner, when they portray good ethics, it can attract customers indirectly, because sometimes customers like us, we tend to like the way some salesperson communicate, the way some salesperson present themselves in a good manner. Okay, so this can help to attract more customers. So when customers are attracted to our business, what they will do, they will tend to look into our products, and this indirectly can increase the sales and profit of our business. Or imagine a salesperson who comes up to you and talk rudely to you, do not want to assist you properly, and feel very annoyed with those questions, with those queries that you want to get answer for. How would you feel? Would you turn back to this business again? Like me, there are few businesses, like in my very own personal experience, there are few businesses, there are few salesperson, even though they sold good products that I really love to use, love to buy, but due to their salesperson's behavior, due to the way that the salesperson treated the customer, I rejected the product. So you see, even though like customers like me, I will always see how those salesperson entertains, or those salesperson, how they help customers like us. And I can see a lot of online salesperson. Now if you see online medium, online sales medium is at the top, everyone is turning to online when they want to buy things. Everyone is turning to internet when they want to buy items. So I can see a lot of online sellers, their way of communication, okay, the way that they assist their customers are very good. And I have personal experience on this, where I repeat my purchase with this online sellers. Sometimes it's due to the way that they respond to the customers. So you see how ethics can actually affect a customer and their decision making process when it comes to your business. Okay, and another way how a good ethical behavior can bring significant benefit to business is there will be less turnover in the company. Okay, you see, when the employees are trained with good ethical behavior, the employee tend to stay in the company, tend to serve the company. Of course, we are getting our salary, but there are another part apart from salary which we will serve the company. Okay, so when the employees are well trained, when the employees are ethically good in their behavior, it will help the employees to stay. So when the employees stay in the company, what will happen? The turnover will be lower and the productivity will increase. What do I mean by turnover here? Turnover in a business means the rate of employees which leaves the business. Let's say you work in a company and you are not taught on, or you are not being sent to any training on ethical, and you don't know how to respond to your customers. Okay, and sometimes you get annoyed with, sometimes customers can ask us stupid questions. Sorry to say this. Yes, okay, because I have experience of dealing with customers directly. Okay, and some customers are, sorry to use the word stupid, actually it's senseless. Okay, the more appropriate word is senseless. Okay, so some customers tend to ask senseless questions which will make us irritated. Okay, so what we will do, we will tend to talk back, tend to argue back with the customer. So what will happen, this will give us a bad working experience, and sometimes we might even lose interest in working in that kind of field, especially in sales field and customer service field. Those of you who have worked under customer service, who is still working under customer service or sales line, you should know. Okay, you should know how it feels. Okay, so when employees faces this kind of bad working experience, they tend to leave the company because they don't have that ethical training which was given to them on how to handle some senseless customers, for example. So when employees leave the company due to lack of interest, due to lack of good ethical behavior, this can bring down the can bring up the turnover. Okay, which means a lot of employees can leave the company. So when a lot of employees leave the company, the productivity will drop as well. Okay, but on the other way around, when employees, if they have good ethical behavior, this can bring down the turnover. Okay, the rate of employees that leaves the company would be lower, and when the rate of employees who leave the company is lower, the productivity will increase. Okay, so when the productivity increase, the company can reduce the recruitment cost, they can reduce the cost of hiring new people in their company. So in a way, this can support the revenue, the profit of the company as well. So this is the second significant benefit to business when they practice good ethical behavior. Okay, and the third benefit to a business when that particular business practices good ethical behavior is that they can attract investors. You see, unethical behavior can damage a firm's reputation, can damage a business reputation. So when a business reputation is damaged in the market, this will be less attractive to shareholders and stakeholders to invest in that company. Okay, so to prevent all these issues, to improve on ethical behavior of employees and also business as a whole, now you can see many companies, they include this ethical training as the major part of their sales training program. So automatically, in today's competitive business environment, in order to sustain a business, ethical behavior of the business and also the employees in the business, the stakeholders in the business are very, very important. So any of you who happen to step into working world soon, there will be a part of ethical behavior training. In most of the companies, they are providing this program now. Okay, so these are some of the importance why ethics is essential for a business or for a company to practice, especially when those businesses are dealing directly with customers. Got it? Okay, so according to the slide here, importance of ethics have become an organizational priority. As I mentioned, it's the most important part. Okay, ethics is neither a luxury nor an option, so it is just in the middle where every companies should adapt to it. Okay, so let's look at ethical issues. But before go into ethical issue, I just want to expose to you some of the world's most ethical company according to 2019 rate. Okay, this is like 1 year back rate. So one of the world's most ethical company was 3M. You know 3M company? 3M company, if you're not sure what is 3M company, you can just Google it. It is actually a American corporation. It's a multinational company where they produces chemicals, adhesive tapes, automotive products. We have 3M branch here in Malaysia as well. Do you know that post-it, the sticker, the post-it sticker, that the post-it yellow sticker that you students normally use? Yes, this is one of the product of 3M. Okay, from 3M's company. Or another company which is world's most ethical company back in the year 2019, like 1 year back data, is Starbucks. Starbucks is one of the most ethical company in the world. Of course, when you walk into Starbucks, you can see how those employees, those staff, those barista, okay, how they actually portray their ethics towards us, right or not? Sometimes I feel very good when I walk into Starbucks. I feel very warm, welcome. The moment we open the Starbucks glass door to enter, you know, good evening miss, welcome miss, you know, that's very warm and very welcoming. And they all are, I can see most of the, or I would say generally 95% of Starbucks employees, the frontliners, they are very good. I really admire the way they were trained, okay, on how to greet the customer, on how to handle the customer, okay, and every aspect of their actions really put that warm feelings in us as a customer. I have actually felt this. I'm not very sure about you. It's very different when you walk into cafe or when you walk into Coffee Bean, you know, the other coffee chains. I feel Starbucks, they have this merry environment, you know. Sometimes not only one, when one of the barista wish hi miss, the other one immediately will come in and say good evening miss, you know. That's very nice, right? So that's why Starbucks is one of the leading company when it comes to ethics. Okay, so what are the things that this kind of the most ethical companies, how they demonstrate or how they show their ethical behavior? They show or they demonstrate achievement in transparency. They demonstrate achievement in their integrity. They demonstrate their ethics through the business actions and reactions. Okay, so you see all this act can influence positive change in society and the business community as a whole. Okay, you see, when there is a positive influence, you know, when you can give the positive influence to your customers, to your society, some customers will repurchase, will come back for to your business. Okay, so these are some of the things or some of the importance of ethics. Got it, guys? I hope you're okay. You can follow me. Okay. Phone is running out of space. Oh, okay. I can just deal this later. Okay. Factors affecting ethical behavior of salesperson. Okay, I've just mentioned to you. You can just go through that on your own. Conflicting objectives. You can just run through it. Okay, let's look at this part. This part is very important for you to know. Selling ethics and relationship. Okay, how your selling ethics can build good or bad relationship with your customers. This is very important for you to know. Okay, so there are few parts that we are going to look at here. There are about 5 parts that we're going to look at. So the first one, where we deal with deception. Okay, deception means where you are being dishonest. Okay, where as a salesperson you tend to give false or inaccurate information to your customers. Okay, you tend to give false or inaccurate information to your customer. You could overpromise and underdeliver to your customer. So as a salesperson, you should not hold back the information or tell the half truth. You have to be very transparent to your customer. Even if the transparent information is a bit hard for the customers to accept, if there is a tendency for you to lose the sales because that particular truth could hurt the customer, it's okay. Just be transparent to your customer. You should not hold back the information just to get another sign up. Okay, that is very unethical and it is under dishonesty of sales. Okay, and by doing that, it doesn't, okay, by doing that, it not only will harm the customer but will also count as an illegal action when you want to sell your product or your service to your customer. So even if there are some underlying concerns, okay, if they sign up or if they want to sign up for any of the package, they have to spend certain amounts. So all these are underlying terms and conditions. You have to be transparent about all these underlying terms and conditions. Some salesperson, they will hide it. Okay, after they explain to us blah 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 A to Z, when we already made up our mind, okay, I want to get this, I want to sign up, that is where they will put another paper on the table saying, okay miss, these are the terms and condition, underlying terms and condition. In order for you to sign up, in order for you to get free membership, you have to spend 500 ringgit. That membership could only cost about 10-20 ringgit, but you have to spend 500 ringgit for that. Okay, sometimes it is senseless. So be transparent in the beginning itself rather than holding the customer, and this can actually make the customer really frustrated and customer might not come back to your business. Okay, because they might just lose the trust in you. Okay, so as a salesperson, you should always provide the complete information. Okay, even if the information that you present could be less favorable to your customers. Okay, because when you be transparent, when you can explain to customer the truth, this can create the high degree of credibility with your customer. You can create the high degree of credibility and honesty with your customer, so your customer will trust you. So in future, if they want to repeat business with you, they will feel more confidence. Okay, so this is how you can bring in more customers for your business. Got it, guys? If you feel I'm a little bit, if you feel I'm a little bit fast, you just have all the privilege to go back to pause and listen to it. Okay, this is one of the advantage of pre-recorded lecture, I guess. I hope that you will take that advantage as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The second issues in ethical concern for salesperson is gifts, entertainments and bribes. This is actually very familiar among most of the salesperson, but you have to distinguish between giving a gift to your customer or giving a complimentary items to your customer. So let's differentiate that. Okay, so gifts should be any non-financial present that you can give to your customers, whereas bribes normally would be a financial present that you give to your customer. Okay, so what about me? So what about meeting customer for lunch? Some of the businesses, like if you see insurance or some of the businesses, you need to meet with the customer, you need to speak to the customer. There might be some time that you need to spend with the customer. You have to meet the customer maybe more than once or more than twice. Maybe that business process is a bit longer, so you must meet the customer often, or maybe your meeting time is during the lunch hour or during the tea time. That's okay. Meeting customer for lunch, treating your customer a lunch, treating your customer a tea time is fine, is small amount. But going to a nightclub with your customer, meeting your customer outside of corporate affairs, okay, outside of corporate office, okay, offer all kind of special considerations for your customer, this one is unethical. Okay, where you want to get the sales, okay, you want to close the sales. If you can manage this one customer, you can get more sales from that customer. So what you do, okay, that customer likes to, that particular client likes to go clubbing, night clubbing. So you say, okay, come, I take you to a nightclub, and then you party with the customer. Okay, you buy drinks for the customer, you entertain the customer. You entertain the customer in you do it intentionally because you want to get more sales from the customer. So this one is considered not okay. This one is considered unethical for the business. Okay, there are certain amount that you can spend, but you should not take out your customers or your potential customers for an entertainment purpose. That is ethically wrong for a business and ethically wrong for a salesperson to do that. And giving all kind of special consideration is wrong as well. Okay, so for any customers, under no circumstances it is unethical. Okay, and there are research suggests that gifts will affect the order given and the size of the order. Okay, so the gifts that you are giving to your customer, that will affect the order that you will receive and the size of order that might be given to you. So be very careful. Okay, some of the example that I can give it to you under the gifts, entertainment and bribes, like HP, HP laptop company. Okay, they are very strict, they are very concerned, and they tells to their salesperson that the salesperson should not offer any gift to the customers or potential customers to secure on an order. Okay, in order for you to secure an order, okay, the customer, okay, or maybe the potential customer is about to sign up but still double minded. So what you do, immediately you counter offer. Okay, if you sign up now, I will give you a free printer. Immediately you say that actually it is not in the plan, it is not in the marketing plan at all, but immediately you say that because you want to secure the order. That in any circumstances is unethical. Okay, so you should not offer. So according to HP, you should not offer any gift to secure your order. Home Depot, but some companies, if you see, they will give some gifts, like if you buy laptop you can get free mouse. Okay, let's look at this kind of gifts. Example, like Home Depot. Home Depot, those that sells home items, household items, like furnitures, all kind of items. Home Depot is another company like IKEA, you mean. Okay, the pronunciation is supposed to be IKEA, not IKEA. Okay, so but all of us are so familiar with the name IKEA, right? Okay, so Home Depot works same as IKEA. Okay, so they limits the scope of the gift that you can give to your customer or potential customer. Example, like pencils, coffee mugs, this kind of small or low end gifts, not the high end gifts like you give a whole set of laptop or anything. No. So this kind of small gifts, it's a type of interaction. Okay, it's a type of interaction that you're trying to create with your customers. Okay, so pencils, coffee mug, pen, all these are still acceptable, but not big or high end gifts for your customer. That is not acceptable. But this is based on case to case, based on the particular business standard operating procedure, or their or that particular business ethical conduct. But normally they don't give, or any business, they don't give big gifts. Only this kind of small gifts will do. Okay, so that comes under the bribes, gift and entertainment. The third ethical issue for a salesperson is special treatment, or we call that as unfair treatment. You see, you have to treat all your customers the same way, whether the customer is just purchasing a 5 ringgit item from you, or if the customer is purchasing a 500 ringgit item from you. All the customers are the same. I have seen some salesperson who tend to underestimate the customer. When you purchase low price items, they treat you a way. When you purchase high price items, they treat you another way. Sometimes I just walk off of this kind of shops. You know, you should handle your customers, you should treat your customer all same way, right or not? Right. Okay, you should not give any unfair treatment. By nature, each customers are different. Each customer's needs and wants are different, so you have to cater the customer according to that. Some customers may buy more, and they might give you good business. Okay, but in such circumstances or such situation, it is still inappropriate to offer special pricing or better terms for this kind of customers. Okay, you should treat all the customers equally. Okay, another example I can provide here under the special treatment. Example, providing special services to some customers. You know, when you provide special services to some customers, this could lead other customers to feel that they are not important for your business, and this can weaken your relationship in the business. Therefore, when you give apple to customer A, you have to give apple to customer B. You cannot give apple, orange to customer B. Okay, so that's how it should work. Got it? That's the third point. So far, under the ethical behavior for salesperson, we have already looked at deception, we already looked at bribes, gifts and entertainment, we already looked at special treatment or unfair treatment. We are going to look at the fourth one, confidential information. Okay, this is very much unethical and illegal if you leak out any confidential information about your business or about your company to your customers or any other third party which does not have any connection with your business. Okay, so this is actually an essential credibility of a salesperson, and you have to secure the customer's information as well. When customers give you business, give your company business, you have to strictly secure the customer's information. You cannot just simply leak the customer's information. Okay, because customer's information for a business is the strictest confidential. Okay, so keep up to that. By leaking the customer's information to a third party without the consent of the customer, that particular business can lose customers, because customers will lose trust in that business. Okay, you cannot simply go and give customers data to another person. Okay, unless if it's with the customer's consent. Okay, so that is the confidential information. The fifth one is backdoor selling. Okay, backdoor selling is where you give, okay, this could be another unfair treatment, could come under another unfair treatment. Okay, when everyone is bidding in the market, you go back door, you private message to the customer and say, hey, you come, I can give you cheaper rate. So you offer product which is cheaper than the standard market rate. So this is very bad. Normally in online businesses you can see this. You should not sell backdoor. Okay, online businesses normally the rates are almost the same because they have their own market rate. So you cannot sell anything which is lesser than the standard market value. So that would be called as backdoor selling. Someone, okay, let's say I'm looking for a designer cake. Okay, I want the cake to look like I want a frozen theme cake, for example, or a Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man theme cake. Okay, I have people who's bidding online. Okay, I have a lot of bakers through online who's bidding, telling, hey, I can do this, this is a sample, this will be the price. So another baker is telling, hey, I can do this, you see my sample which I've just done it last week, and this will be the price. Suddenly you as a salesperson, you see, oh, everyone is openly bidding in the online platform. Why don't I just private message to the customer? So you go back door, you private message to the customer, you say, hey customer, you see, I can offer this at even cheaper rate, lower than the market value that's happening now, and I can just give you best service. So you are violating the selling process that's happening online, and that's the example of backdoor selling, which should not happen. Okay, which means you are giving unfair treatment. Different customer, different prices. Okay, normally what I do, I don't buy from online sellers who do not indicate their price. That's very bad for me. That's very bad, because it means like, why you're asking us to PM DM? Because you are intended to sell. Different people different rate, is it? Different people different price, is it? If the price is same for everyone, then why don't just be transparent with your price, right? So I'll always see if there are online sellers who do not indicate their price, but instead they just ask us to PM DM, I would not buy from them, because I feel that's ethically, that's not unethical. Even our government has indicated, legally they have actually circulated, that online sellers should indicate their price. They should not ask to PM DM, then you give the price. It's just a waste of our time and their time, right or not? Okay, so these are the 5 selling ethics and relationship of salesperson that as a salesperson you should practice. Okay, who knows, you'll become a salesperson in future. A salesperson can grant you good money, you can earn a lot. So don't say, a salesperson I don't want to be. No. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is buyer's view of unethical sales behavior.